Hello everyone and welcome to FIONOMICS. I'm Figan and this is my channel where we dive deep into personal finance topics with a twist. We'll explore the psychology of money, tackle common biases that impact our financial decisions, and look at everything through the lens of behavioral finance. I came up with the name FIONOMICS by blending my name Phi with onomics from economics. Think of it as the study of finance through a psychological and behavioral lens. It's kind of like the famous brand FIONOMICS, but for personal finance. FIONOMICS, as you may know, was created by economists Stephen Levitt and Stefan Dubner, and it explores the hidden side of everything. I want to do something similar here, focusing on the psychology of money and how it shapes everyday financial decisions. I've been inspired by some brilliant minds in behavioral finance, like Professor Richard Thaler, who won the Nobel Prize for his work on behavioral economics and the nudge theory, and the researchers behind prospect theory. If you're not familiar with these terms, don't worry. We'll get into them in the channel as we go along. Now, you might wonder what makes this channel different from all the other personal finance channels out there. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of misinformation floating around, especially on social media, where everyone seems to be an expert on budgeting, saving, and demonizing debt. People are on their high horses giving financial advice that sounds great, but isn't always grounded in solid behavioral principles. Let me give you an example. There's a popular TikToker, let's call her XYZ on a budget, who recently made several videos celebrating this sacred accomplishment of paying off a 3.9% auto loan. She glorified it as though this was some kind of financial milestone. Now, don't get me wrong, paying off debt is important. This advice, however, misses a critical point. I left a comment on her TikTok explaining why paying off a 3.9% auto loan might not be the best idea in today's climate, especially considering things like inflation and high yield savings rates. But guess what? She deleted my comment and blocked me. Why, do you say? Perhaps truth doesn't always align with the kind of content that drives engagement. Perhaps it's about views, sponsorship, and not spreading the best financial or exploring the best financial scenarios. Here's the reality. As far as I know, in 2024, a 3.9% interest rate on a car loan is pretty good. With inflation hovering around 2 to 3%, your real rate of interest on that loan is actually closer to 1%. Meanwhile, you can earn around 5% on a high yield savings account. So why rush to pay off an auto loan that you're already paying such a low interest rate? Instead, maybe you could be using that extra cash to earn higher returns elsewhere. But here's the kicker, guys. After paying off the 3.9% auto loan, this same TikToker started saving up for a home loan. And guess what? Mortgage rates are currently around 7% as of December 2024. So she just went from paying a low interest debt to taking on much higher interest debt. It's a classic example of behavioral finance at work. People making decisions based on emotions, biases, and misconceptions, not actual numbers, not optimizing for the numbers. So what does all of this mean? It means that there's no one-size-fits-all solution in personal finance. It's all about thinking critically, understanding individual situations, and making decisions that are right for you in that moment. That's why my approach to personal finance is holistic. It's not just about the numbers, it's about understanding the psychology behind money. It's about being mindful of the biases and behaviors that drive our decisions and making choices that align with those goals. Here are some core ideas I live by when it comes to finance. 1. Always ask for discounts. Whether it's at a store or online, don't hesitate to ask for a discount, loyalty points, or a loyalty incentive, or rewards points. Getting a 20% discount on a purchase is just like earning 20% return on investment. It all adds up. Think critically about interest rates. Money is fungible. So does it make sense to pay off a 3.9% interest auto loan and then take up a 7% mortgage? Not in my opinion. Always consider the opportunity cost of your choices. And the third thing that I always consider is to resist consumerism, to take a step back and think about whatever it is I'm purchasing. I try not to be programmed to be an impulsive consumer, and to reflect on the fact if I really need it, if I can wait, or if there's a way I can save on it, or if there's a substitute that's cheaper. So now I'd love to hear from you. What are some topics you'd like to see me cover on this channel? For example, what do you think about car leasing versus buying? Have you ever been in a situation where you had to negotiate the lease of a car and you went to several different dealerships and they all gave you different prices? How they jumbled up all the numbers and how they present the information to you is so confusing. How did you make sense of it? I would love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and comment below with your thoughts on personal finance. What are some key lessons you've learned on your own finance journey, whether it's about saving, borrowing, or investing? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on FIONOMICS. Thank you.